Well. It's been about 2 months, and the world's looking pretty good right now. If I say so myself, it's March 18th, 2026. So things are looking pretty good out in the world. We have a war escalating in the Middle East with a lot of dead civilians. It's not looking good right now. It could pull us into a third world war at this rate. A lot of awful things happening in the world outside of that too. We have missing people. We have other wars going on, civil wars, coups, a lot of crime, a lot of really bad things. But I think most people say the same thing. I think the worst thing, and my generation's personal 9/11, is probably the fact that Smiling Friends is over. So let's kind of get down to the brass tack of things. Sorry if you hear. Every time I try to do a video, there's always some fucking shit going on in my background. That's my cat right now. He's looking for his mother, which is my sister. So please, sorry about that. He's gonna scream like an actual child. Yep. Um. Okay. How about you give me 1 second? Okay, sorry about that. I had to kind of shoo him away from my door. So for those who don't know exactly what's going on in the world, uh, February 28th, I believe, the United States and Israel have launched a massive strike against the country of Iran. Um, this has led to the death of over 1,000 civilians, probably twice as many of personnel. Iran has launched other attacks against other nations. Um, this has led to the death of people who just have no like touching of the situation. Um, it's scary in the sense that I'll give you this. We have burned more ammunitions in general, in the first week that we have in the last, I think they said, 10 years. Um, this has led to a lot of other issues, with other nations, in the Gulf states, where they're running out of munitions too, because Iran has one of the largest drone fleets in the world. They have one of the first drone aircraft carriers, which I believe is sunk now, because we have destroyed much of their modern navy. But they have a lot of drones. They have thousands, probably tens of thousands of drones at this point. And a lot of these are kamikaze drones. These are drones that strike vehicles, personnel themselves, buildings, ammunition dumps, etc., etc. Um, and like I said, Iran has like one of the largest stockpiles of them. And it's gotten to the point where we're asking Ukraine, a country that's been on the back foot since this war started, for their drone technology, because they have kamikaze drones and anti-drone drones. We're saying that 10 times fast. Um, yeah, it's crazy to think that we're asking a country that we've poured billions of dollars into defending themselves. We're asking them for basically some munitions back. It's crazy. And of course, oil prices have gone up. Iran's like one of the largest oil distributors in the world. Strait of Hormuz is closed down basically, and also too, all on top of this, China's watching this. They're supplying information to the Iranians, and in exchange, gas and oil is going to China at a marked up rate. This more oil and gas is being sold from Iran now than before the war started. That's a crazy concept. Um, and then we have Israel, who We don't know if they started the war because they wanted to, or the United States wanted to start. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know if we're starting a war on side of Israel or because of Israel. And who's who? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Um, but of course, with any war, civilians are going to be the most casualties. Like I said, over 1,000 civilians in Iran itself died. Dozens died throughout the Gulf countries. And right now, there's a war going on between Israel and Hezbollah, which is the military wing, uh, partial government of Lebanon, mostly in the south, that have caused, I think they said 500,000 people to move, and over, I think they said 2 to 3 thousand people were just killed within the first like week or so. It's horrible, and of course we can't not talk about the fact that one of the first buildings that was struck during the Iran American Israel War was a girls' school that had, I think they said 175 girls were killed, including a 9-month-old baby, and it was fired from a ship using a Tomahawk missile with AI in it. So AI chose the target and hit it, killing all those people, all those innocent children. While the United States is saying that, oh, we're doing this to liberate women from the regime, which, I mean, you can't complain from the fact that like Iran is a dictatorship. It is a religious state, um, that uses its religion to force people to live a certain way. It is kind of loose in some areas, but at the same time too, it is like a dictatorship. So you can give some credence to it, but at the same time too, the the level of destruction is unneeded on the civilian infrastructure and the amount of deaths from it. Um, we don't know exactly what will come next because this government is just fucked. Um, a lot of people are thinking this war started because that the government, large parts of the government in the United States, was implicated with Jeffrey Epstein and his group of people who were involved in molesting, raping, and killing little boys, girls, and women. So, yeah, this could be one of the biggest deflects in history of like, oh, I didn't do it. Look at this, which isn't working that well because a lot of people are saying this is called the pedophile war. So that's in a lot. Of course, there's the goofy side too of like saying, "Oh, this war started because the Smiley Friends ended." For those who don't know, Smiley Friends was a show created by Michael Cusack and Zach Hadel. Both were YouTubers, been prominent animators, even before YouTube was like the animation scene blew up on YouTube. Um, they created Smiley Friends as TV show. Um, it blew up on the internet. It was premiered by Adult Swim, and it was very successful. And I would say at the end of last year, they were greenlit to make seasons 4 and 5, and they had a lot of hope that like 4 and 5, that those will be the last seasons. Maybe they'll make a movie, and then that'll be it. Well, they announced, I would say, a month and a half ago now that Smiley Friends was coming to an end, and they came out with like a video, a voiceover video, kind of like this, talking about it. And it was really weird because it was like all of a sudden, like they are at their top. Like seasons 1, 2, and 3 all have their memorable moments, their memes, their cultural impacts, and everything. And Volume 3 was probably the most memorable because of all the different memes and cutaways. Like, I mean, my good friend Rareno, you know them, you know him. He even had some Smiley Friends memes in there. I told him about using them. I think that's really funny. So yeah, it's just really weird. And a lot of people are saying this has to do with the Paramount Plus thing. And we all know Paramount, they kind of everything they touch kind of gets ruined. Um, but I think it's a mix between that and just like maybe it is a good place to stop. Maybe it's time to move on, do some other things, stuff like that. Who knows? But hey, if this is the end of Smiley, I know there's 2 more episodes coming out around April Fool's Day, so maybe we'll get a haha fuck you kind of thing, but who knows. Um, what are some of the things? I've been going to. I went to a hardcore show. I posted some posts about the bands that were there. They were really good. It was a good show. I was by myself. I didn't talk to anyone at the set at the time. You know, I think a lot of people go to these shows either they're with people or they're without, and they don't talk to other people. Um, sorry, my cat. Damn him. Damn that cat. Sorry, someone got in trouble. Some little kitty got in trouble. Um, but it's just it was a good show. I liked it. I went to the I got VIP tickets, so I got a couple merchandise things. Then I went to the table and got a couple small things. It was good. It was good. It was a fun time. Someone got knocked out. I feel bad for them. I got dizzy because I was headbanging pretty good. You don't know me. I'm a fat guy, and I got blood pressure medicine and other pills that probably make me dizzy. Um, yeah, no, it was a good time. Brick by Brick, All Out War was there. I've seen those guys a few times. Um, Internal Bleeding, that was really good. Info Thy Wrath, that was really good, and a couple other bands that were just really nice. Good openers. Good openers. Uh, what else? What else? I don't know if I've said this before, but shout out to Forgotten Freshness in Mechanicville, New York. They're really good guys. Frank, the owner, is really nice. Henry, his co-worker, that's really good there. I've known them for years now. They helped me out quite a bit with like getting me consoles and games and stuff like that. I had a lot of sort of credit with them. I traded a lot of stuff in with them. They're just really good guys, and I highly recommend if you're in Mechanicville, New York, or the surrounding area, go to them. Uh, they don't have just like modern games; they have a lot of retro games. Like anything you can think of retro, they more than likely have it, know someone who has it, or can get it for you. So, um, really good guys. Highly recommend them. They fixed my controller, my Xbox controller. Well, they removed the sticks. They fixed my Switch controller. So, definitely recommend them. Uh, Winter's hopefully coming to an end. We had a couple days where it was like 60, almost 70 degrees. Then it got cold again. We keep getting a little bit of snow. Yesterday, I woke up to about thump. Went downstairs. My sister was downstairs making prepping for food for the St. Patrick's Day because we're Irish as fuck. Um, I looked outside. Top of my one tree came down, and I say it's probably like 20 by 23 feet. So it's a decent sized top. Um, that fell down. So luckily it landed straight dab in the middle of my lawn, so I could break it up and chip it up. So that'd be nice. Uh, but hopefully soon I get to go on a vacation. I'm gonna go see a dear friend of mine. Uh, so that'd be interesting. It'll be the first time I'm flying. I'm gonna see though when to go because TSA is not looking so good right now with the government shutdown and them not getting paid, and there's long line queues. So it's like, do I want to go on a plane or do I want to go on a train? If I go on a train, it's gonna be like 3 4 day trip. It's gonna be pretty long and not that great. I don't like flying too because I don't like the complexity of it. But that is the dilemma I'm at right now. Um, so yeah, that's that. There's also a bus, but I think a bus is probably the worst option possible. Like at least a train you can move around a little bit. Bus you can't really. It's bad. It's bad. I've been on a Greyhound bus before. It's not that fun. Um, Other than that, really not much. I'm just working and making money as much as I can. When I get back from that trip, I'm quitting my job and applying something to even better because my job sucks. Yeah, it's bad. Customers are awful, and you do this for a long time, and you just want to do something different, but you also want better stuff. You want benefits, which is something that I think most people could go behind. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. So I will let it off here. Thank you for listening. I might make another video if I don't remember something. I'll just make a quick little video about it. So, but thank you for listening to my fucking rambling from a fat Irish guy. And yeah, I will hopefully be back soon. All right, take care.